Hey, this is Luke with another Android Guys podcast. I'm here as always.
Oh, he's
Always.
yeah.
With Scott.
Oh, nice.
What's up, man?
Way to go. Should we do this over?
Nah, we're
All
fine.
right, we'll do it live.
Let's do it live. How are you?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me how I am?
You're great.
I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good. This
All
is
right.
good. You have a projector to talk about today.
Yeah. We received 3 projectors here
Mhm.
recently from Vankyo.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope I'm saying that right. Vankyo. This model is the Leisure 470 Pro. And Leisure I'm taking as the kind of like the line that they might actually kind of the consumer segment.
Right.
This isn't like a business class or high-end entertainment. It's more of a casual. I would say it's kind of like a first projector or an entry-level model.
Sure.
Normally the price on the website shows it at, normally listed at $249,
Okay.
but they do have it at $169.99.
Oh,
I don't know if that's marketing markup or what that is.
right.
But if you add a code right now to it, you can get it for $130.
Wow.
At $130, I really like this projector.
Yeah.
At $170, I'm not too bad. But I think that comes from having spent time with other models of projectors.
Sure.
And I think that's kind of colored my expectations of what I get from a projector.
Right.
But I'll talk about this in the sense of this is my first projector.
Okay.
And when you think about what you want that to do, for a lot of people, they just say, I just want to be able to project, my TV on
Yeah.
the screen, or I've got an Amazon Fire Stick or Roku, or I've got a PlayStation, that I want to play on a bigger,
Right.
on a bigger area. So thinking about it that way, this thing works pretty well.
Yeah.
You can get up to 250-inch display or
Wow.
screen. So when you think about feet, you're talking 16 roughly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the actual number comes out to. So you're looking at a really big screen.
Mhm.
And you don't have to be really far away from the wall to do that.
Sure.
It's not a short throw projector, but you don't have to have this thing, really far back. You can
Right.
set this thing up across the room and be just fine with it.
Nice.
Brightness wise, again, I don't have the nit rating to see what that is here. It's totally serviceable.
Mhm.
When you're looking at, what are my expectations? It's vivid.
Yeah.
It's crisp, clear. It's a 1080p. So that's going to be one of the things that kind of keeps that price in line. You can get into 2K and 4K and you're going to spend for that privilege. But at 1080p, for a lot of people, they just want that big screen. If you're going camping and you want to set up something on the side of, of the camper,
Right.
or if you want to set up a projector screen, Netflix, Hulu, do these things. Part of the appeal is being able to watch those things anywhere.
Right.
And that's what's nice about something like this is, we can watch YouTube out here,
Mhm.
HBO while we're out here. This doesn't have a battery in it, so you will have to have a power source. That is
Okay.
something to consider.
Okay.
But if you've got a portable charger, or if you have access to power, a generator, something like that, then you've got basically power. That's all you need.
Nice.
Because you also have the ability to plug in directly with USB.
Yeah.
Look up the ports here so I can get you the most accurate information I have here. USB and AV input, and there's also a card reader.
Okay.
The TF or flash
Yeah.
card reader. This has a pair of HDMI ports, so if you do have this kind of setup in your home, you can kind of, leave one for the PlayStation, one for your for me at home, I have an Android TV or an
Yeah.
NVIDIA Shield
Yeah.
that occupies one of those. Nintendo Switch, whatever
Mhm.
comes out of that, you would just be able to plug directly into it and project that. This also has a 3.5 millimeter jack for sound if you wanted to plug in some earbuds directly into it, or a speaker if you have a nice setup that way. That is kind of a limiting factor for projectors.
Yeah.
on the low end is you're going to kind of be tied to the quality of sound that comes from it.
Sure.
The fan, it's not overly loud, but it is something that if you're watching, by yourself, it's a quiet part of a movie, you might be aware of that.
Right.
It's one of those things for me of once I hear it, then I'm aware of it.
Right.
But it's kind of like breathing. When I tell you, think about breathing, now you're going to.
Right.
But at a certain point, you'll stop thinking about breathing.
Sure.
So you'll stop thinking about the sound that it makes. It'll project at a 4.4 to 3 aspect ratio, 16 to 9.
Okay.
I'm not sure why you would want to do a 4 to 3. You might know something that I don't.
I mean, if you're watching an old movie or something.
Yeah. If you're displaying something that's some streaming service where it was before it was HD, I could get that to maybe pull that screen, if it blows it up just a little bit more.
Sure.
Then maybe that's the case. But it's a good, I think it's a good entry point for projectors. I think for me, projectors as a whole are something that I kind of had to warm to. Yeah. Because I just was always like, well, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be as good.
Normally people have a place that they watch their content and consume their media. But now with, as popular as cell phones and streaming services have become, more people are going, you know what? I want this same experience on my couch, like in my backyard or wherever. And these options to get a screen out there, it's just becoming more cost effective.
It is. At this price, I could see myself being totally fine with only getting this thing out maybe 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, you have some family over or something. I mean, even thinking about, we have Christmas coming up or whatever.
Right.
Just like, hey, let's gather around and watch It's a Wonderful Life. I'm going to put it on this big wall so we can all see it.
Right.
Or something.
It's different when you have a lot of people in your house and you're all trying to fit around. Your furniture is only set up so much. But down here, we have a much bigger open wall. Why don't we just project it?
Yeah.
And then we can pull chairs in and do whatever.
We look at all the old photos, the family photos. It's another thing. You don't just have to. We have all the photos on this card.
Yep.
Well, let's go through the card and see what we got.
And then you also have, it's as simple as hanging a sheet outside or on a wall that the kids are over. We're just going to put, some cartoons up or something out there and kind of entertain them. We'll do some s'mores and, just kind of hang out on the back deck.
Yeah. Where it's Sunday and we have a birthday party that is happening, but I still want to be able to watch the game. Yeah. So instead of having to bring a TV outside, I can throw the projector on the wall.
Or projecting just a fireplace, something for a mood setting.
Yeah.
You can do that to just kind of add some color to a room even. So for something like that, this works just great for that.
Yeah, that 130 to 170 price range is very compelling.
I have a feeling that $249 is just kind of like I don't know.
This is what it could cost kind of idea.
Like this is at Kohl's.
Yeah,
this is what the price tag says. Yeah. We're gonna do for 170.
Right.
I've enjoyed this thing. It was really pretty straightforward to set up.
Sure.
It doesn't have like auto keystoning or anything like that, so you're going to kind of dial that with a physical thing around the lens. Yeah. You're going to kind of set that, and then you will actually turn the one dial to kind of adjust the keystone. Like, I guess it would be top to bottom. Yeah. To where if you're leaning, forward, and it's got a tripod mount. So if you have a tripod, that you want to elevate this thing somewhere in the room, and you think, I don't have anywhere to put this, but if I put it here in the center of the room, it would work great.
Right.
It screws right into a tripod. Yep. And then there's also a little kickstand kind of thing that you can unscrew and pull out. So if you needed to kind of like prop it up a little bit, that's built right into it. So it's nothing lavish. Yeah. It's portable. It's got a nice little carrying case with it.
Oh, that's cool.
And the case also has some room that if you had maybe an Android TV stick or Roku or something that you wanted to carry with you, there is room to add some other things to that pouch. Oh, nice. Cables even. Yeah. Yeah, and then just kind of zip it up and carry it. It's really light. So if it is something you wanted to just keep in your camper, you know, that makes that kind of thing, you know, part of the summer camping experience.
Yeah, sure.
You can tuck that away for that too. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the Leisure 470 Pro, and you can find that and some of the other ones at Vankyo's website, but it's Vankyo.com.
Okay.
IVANKYO.com.
Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster and Twitter as SWebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.